We're many, those that live beyond the veil of darkness, where nightmares are born, sanity knows no bounds. Madness thrives on the suffering of the dead, rotting the souls, heal the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals in hope of harvesting on the innocent. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed, for in the shadows hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of the spirit to the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own inner demons, brings to life your deepest fears. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality? In the search for life after life, have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have, maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers hidden behind the veil. Shave off the blinders and open your mind's eye. Listen to the story. We are they, we are incarnate.
And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday or Saturday morning. I almost said Sunday morning. Wow, that's what I get for having a 4-day weekend. Yeah, TM early stream. Since there was no show last night and the debacle I had in the neighborhood, I said there was going to be an early stream. So, plus I have plans tonight, so there would be no show tonight. May as well get it out of the way this morning, right? Only thing we're going to be doing is watching video from Old Culinary anyway. Yeah, definitely. Yesterday was freaking interesting. Let me go ahead and get over to the screen. Oh, shit, that's way off. There we go. Jack is good. He's around here somewhere. Past few nights he's been a terror though, but 4th of July I get it. Fireworks, animals don't like them. So yesterday afternoon, we had a fire in the neighborhood. I live in a townhouse area where there's like 20 buildings. If you go down to the end of the sidewalk and go across the street, then the next building down, yeah, they had a big fire, burned three of the units in the building. So, of course, me being me, I go down there, and there's a guy standing in the middle of the street, and he's watching. I'm like, hey buddy, hey bud, how you doing today? Oh man, I'm all right, I guess. It's like, how are you? It's like, I'm blessed as always, which I always use. Sitting there talking to him, it's like, is everybody okay? Yeah, man, everything's okay, everybody's fine. And he's kind of looking sus. He looks homeless. And it's like, okay, maybe there's a random homeless guy in the area just kind of tagging around, which happens in our area all the time. And all of a sudden, two Hispanic guys come barreling up, running up, full bore. It's like, what's up, you motherfucker? You started this fire. We're going to beat your ass. You're dead. They just started swinging on this guy. And they landed a few punches. This guy had his, this homeless looking guy had a backpack on, carrying a sweater, and it's like 112. So it's like, okay, this is real sus. They're swinging on him. You started this fire. You almost killed my grandma. And they're just wailing on this guy. They have the neighborhood blocked off on both sides with police. There's like 8 fire trucks. There's 6 or 7 paramedics, fire marshal, everybody. I mean, they multiple alarm fire. This guy takes off running down to the cruiser that's closest to my house, to my area. These guys just assaulted me, da 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 da. I witnessed this. So, of course, I walk down to the officers. I pull one off to the side. I'm like, listen, I just witnessed this. These guys just came running out of nowhere, saying this guy started the fire and just started punching him. They're like, did you witness the assault? I'm like, yeah, I witnessed the assault. It's like if I need to fill out a report, like, sir, just wait over there for a second while we finish with this guy. So this guy started getting, like I said, sus. He says a couple things to the cop and he takes off back the other way. Back towards the fire and down towards everything else. And one of the officers is like, I'm going to go down there. We're going to figure out what's going on. Talk to my partner. So the officer's like, female officer. She must have been like 5'2", petite little thing. She looks at me. She's like, okay, I need your information. So she breaks out her notepad, and the first words out of my mouth were my driver's license number. She's like, what's that? I'm going, that's my DL number. I don't have any ID. It's in the house. I said, you see I'm in house shoes, shorts, and a t-shirt. Everything's inside. If you need me to go get it, I will. She goes, no. She goes, you're giving me your DL number. Nobody does that. She goes, how do you remember that? It's like, well, I used to drive a tow truck for a living, and every time I witnessed an accident, I had to put my DL number down on the police report. She goes, okay. She goes, I get it. And she's laughing. She goes, nobody remembers their driver's license number. I said, I'm not going to make up a number like that. She goes, no. So I give her my name, the address, phone number, the whole spiel. And she's like, I don't need a report on writing. Everything's on body cam. It's like, yeah, I see the body cam. So I explained to her everything that happens. I said, something's not right here. Something's just not right because 2 Hispanic gentlemen come up and just start swinging on him saying he started the fire. It's like, okay, we'll get to the bottom of this. If I need anything, I'll let you know. So I'm hanging out. I went back in, put on a shirt with sleeves because it's hot. I don't want to get burned on the arms. So I'm talking to people in the neighborhood, making sure everybody's okay, that we're in the buildings. Evidently, this guy that got swung on lived in the unit where the fire started. The lady who got burned out was next door. And the unit on each side got destroyed. I wish I'd put a picture up. I'll put it in Discord later. But it's like, yeah, this guy standing in the middle of the street was a guy who lived in the house where, one unit burned out, 2 had fire and smoke damage. No, everybody was okay, TM. Everybody was fine. Thank God. So I start talking to somebody who lives like 3 units down from where the fire was, and they're like, "We saw you talking to the guy." I was like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Yeah, he's the one who lives in that house, lives in that unit. We live just a few down, and we have had issues with him for over a year. We always smell propane coming from the area. We always smell gas coming from the area. Let's say that. Uh, we always smell drugs. People coming in and out all hours of the night." I'm like, "Wait a minute. There's no gas in these units. These units were built from 68 to 72. It's full electric. So if you smell gas coming from that unit, it's propane, which means he had to been cooking drugs in there. There's no other way." It's like, "Yeah, we've seen some weird stuff coming from this unit." It's like, okay. So I talked to another couple, and I walked back down to the other side to talk to the officer again. I'm like, "Okay, I got some more information for you." She's like, "What?" It's like, "Evidently, that guy lives in that unit." She's like, "We know. We already arrested him." It's like, "Wait, what?" It's like, "Yeah, we arrested him. After you walked away, we arrested him." I was like, "Okay. Just so you know, I talked to residents, and they said there's been multiple instances where police have come out for this guy, and they smelled gas coming from the unit." I said, "They're all," and I told her exactly what I just said. "They're all electric. It had to have been a propane tank explosion. He had to have been cooking drugs in there." And they're like, "We're investigating that." It's like, "Okay, if you need anything else, just let me know. I'm going to go back and talk to people and get some more information." So I walked back down to the other side and talked to the other officer that was the partner of the first one, the female officer. And I told him the same thing. He goes, "Yeah, we got him." He goes, "He started the fire. We're charging him." It was like, "You don't just say that to random people." He's like, "No, you came up with a statement. We put two and two together immediately." It's like, "Oh, so he's in jail." It's like, "Yep, he's on his way. We're charging him with arson." It's like, "Oh," and probably there's gonna be other charges. Probably the drugs, the illegal, everything. They're gonna get this guy on a lot of charges. So I was like, "No injuries." He's like, "No, everybody's out fine, just a lot of property damage." It's like, okay. So that took about 3 hours. I finished with that last night about 7 o'clock. So that was my excitement yesterday. From 3:30, 4 o'clock to 7, I was dealing with that. And like I said, I'm still waiting for the police to call for a full report from me. They're going to need something in writing, I guarantee it. Maybe it was an accident they couldn't control because they were on drugs. He did not want others to see. TM in my area, we've had a lot of drug problems for years. Years ago, we're talking about 12 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. The security guard for this area was arrested for using one of the vacant units to make drugs in. They caught the security guard in one of the units cooking drugs. This has been an issue for a while. It's an older area. Police aren't going to suspect it as much. It might have been an accident, but he's a processor. He was cooking drugs in the unit. So that was the reason that I didn't have a show yesterday. Not a good guard from no. The president of the association was involved too. President of the association was currently, I think, still incarcerated for embezzling from the association. The guard was in on it. I think there was a couple people that went down too, or a couple other people. So dealing with that yesterday was the reason for no show. Let's get to some video. We have 2 videos left of Old Culinary. Let me see if I can get this picture over so I can show you guys. Just bear with me because I'll get it over. So I really want to show you guys this picture. So. Come on, go through. There we go. Go through. Take me a minute to get it. I don't know. Uh, I know there's a lot of issues that went along with that. It got interesting, but the look on that officer's face when I gave her my DL number, she's like, "You got ID?" It's like, "No, it's upstairs. I'll give you all my information." Then I gave her my DL number, and she just went, "What? What's?" It was like, "Yeah, Ducky, I got plans tonight, and since I didn't have a show yesterday, because of the debacle I just explained, uh, hold on a second. We gotta pause this. Give me a second, guys. Uh, back to it. There we go. I wasn't able to get a picture of the front because of all the firemen that were there. But that's an idea of the damage. So you can see over here smoke and fire damage. Same with on the other side. Oh shit. I didn't just do that. Sorry guys. Wow, that was lapped over. That's a fuck up on my part, guys. Sorry. We were there. Had a fire in my area yesterday, Ducky, about 3 o'clock, 3:30. The fire started about 3:30. Of course, I go investigate, see what's going on because that's just who I am. Ended up talking to a guy that I thought was a homeless guy. He ended up living in the unit where the fire started. He was assaulted by two people in the neighborhood. I witnessed it, had to talk to the cops, gave him what I saw. Turned out, like I said, he was the one who started it, and the people who attacked him were grandsons of the lady who lived in the unit next door. Uh, Evidently, there was a gas explosion. We're all full electric in this area. The guy was using propane to cook drugs. Uh, so it took a good, like, what, almost 4 hours yesterday to get everything straight. So yeah, me being me, I see something going on. The paranormal investigator in me gets involved. The investigator part, I'm gonna find out what's going on. And like I said, I just started talking to random people. I want to make sure everybody's okay, and to talk to several neighbors where they have had several instances with the guy who lived in the unit where the fire started. Constant police activity there. Yeah, I think I got that guy probably at least 3 to 5, which is not good for me. I was like, just randomly start talking to the guy who started the fire. What are the odds on that one? Just random guy to say hi to. How you doing today, sir? Oh, I'm doing good, man. How about you? I'm, blessed as always. Thank you. And then all of a sudden he gets assaulted, takes off to the cops, and if he had not ran to the cops after he got assaulted, they never would have caught him. Had I not said that I witnessed the assault, they probably wouldn't have got him. At least not right away. Oh, wicked chain of events, ain't it? Oh, what a day. Some people are not smart. Some people are stupid. It's no joke. They're just stupid. There's no helping them. Problem is, my area, there's a couple people that light off fireworks year round. And originally, I thought it was a fire from fireworks, maybe. Because, like I said, year round. I even told the cops that. I'm like, we have people that do it year round. Then to find out, people smelled gas, and they smell it all the time. Yeah, there's a bunch of red flags. And that's kind of like I said, I've talked about. My mom was an investigator for years. She's done surveillance investigations on people. I even helped on investigations. Once I turned 18, I was able to help with some of this. I was even sent as a young man, and a man and woman voice while they were cycling on their electric bike off road in the woods. Oh, that's creepy. But like I was sent. This was an FBI thing. I was sent into a strip bar where they were using advertising with porn stars' bodies and taking their dancers' heads and superimposing them onto the porn stars' bodies. I was given flyers, told remember them, go in there and see if they're using them. And of course, I had to go in there, show my ID, look around because there's like a video store attached to it. Stay for a couple hours, enjoy the show, leave. Like I'm not just going in there to browse and go back. Yeah, they're using them. And then they shut them down. So I pay attention to everything. If and TM, if it wasn't for the fact I save my VODs and upload them to YouTube, I'd analyze videos. We would do something like Ecto does. It's like, hey, this is real, this is fake, this is bullshit, this might be real, this is reflection. I'd love to do that, but I save my VODs and and you know what? It might have been once you get into the woods and you have any kind of motor, uh, it echoes severely. I don't care if it's a gas motor, electric motor, right, David? Uh, you're in the woods. I've investigated in the woods before. Echoes take on a different meaning. Off the trees, off the leaves, off the trunks of the trees, off the rocks, off the ground. Echo takes on a whole new meaning. So, yeah, I'd probably be able to debunk that pretty quick. Uh, that's David. It's a curse. I walk in anywhere I go. I watch everything. I watch everybody. I watch my surroundings 100%. It's just the way I was brought up. You watch for the exits, you watch for danger, you watch everything. People's ticks, people's just, you don't pay attention. Like people walking, talking on the phone a certain way. You know, people, are they watching their feet? Are they looking over their shoulders? So the motor is only active when you turn the pedals, so the motor's only helping out, not constant. So if they pedal a few times, it kicks up, goes a little bit, then stops. They do it again, kicks up and stops. So it could be the gears on that motor starting. I've seen those electric bikes to where they only move, the pedals move. Uh, Microphones pick up what we don't hear. Uh, Feels when you pedal in the same speed. But like I said, those microphones pick up what the human ear can't. We've we've found that out on the stream many times. Uh, I don't know. If you don't mind, TM, can you put the link for that in Discord and I'll check it out? I know I'm asking a lot, but or I could try and find it. See if we can debunk it, maybe. Some electric bikes with pedals, you don't need a pedal to use the motor. Uh, Yesterday, while everything was going on, I was using a video editor trying to clip everything together. Downside on it is when you even put 3 clips together, 3 8-minute clips, it takes 2.5 hours to join it all together. Put the VOD. If you got the VOD, that's fine. You don't have to go tracking on YouTube. uh, but yeah, yesterday was interesting. Hope whoever celebrated had a good 4th. I spent it basically sitting here. I don't hang around a lot of the people I used to. I got tired of the bullshit. I disassociated with about 95% of the people I used to hang around with. If I see them out in public, yeah, fine. Hey, Brent, how you been? Busy, and you? You know me, I work all the time. Oh, we got to get together for a beer sometime. If I'm not working. And of course, that's an excuse. I was sitting around feeling depressed. 12 years stream anniversary was a fail. Ooh. Sorry to hear that, Ecto. Yeah, I think I killed half a bottle of Jack on the 4th. Played World of Warships. Watched some YouTube videos. And that was about it. I got tired of the drama. I'm only going out tonight because there's a friend I haven't seen in like 10 years. When she moved back to Chicago, it's like, only problem is it's fucking 30 or 40 minute drive up there to the bar tonight. That's the last thing I want to do is drive for 40 minutes just to hang out for a couple hours. But I promised I would. I worked. It was a regular day for me. Didn't do anything special on our first. Yeah, like once the fireworks started going off, Jack was clinging to me like saran wrap. It was, he does not like that. Just lay in bed and watch Twitch. I said, I'm at the age now, it's like, I am done with drama. Because that's all it ever is anymore. She did this to him, he did this to her, they did this to each other. It's like, who cares? You're adults. This isn't junior high. I don't give a shit. It's about all I can do for 2 more months and I can go back to work. I bet you're excited to get back to work. Me, I can't wait for summer to end. I said, even our, like I said, warehouse is nice and cool, but yeah. Back at home, at least he was smart enough to go home and hide in the garage. Like out here, Vegas, the pound, you go to the animal shelter, they get hundreds of dogs on the 4th and the 5th. It's only been 2 weeks, but stuff is getting old. I remember those days back when was in a car wreck. I was off for what, 3 weeks, and yeah, I went crazy after the first 4 days. It's Yeah, it's rough sometimes. See if we can brighten this up a little bit. Okay, that might work. Said Vegas is over 2 million people, and it's like I want out of Vegas. I really do. I finally got to where I can walk more than 30 feet before you have to sit down. What are you, 80? No, I'm kidding. I had to say that. Uh, I've been there. When I had the level 3 sprain on my ankle, that was 2 months of hell. And when I pulled my hamstring, my hammy was 6 months. Broke your back. Ooh. Oh, yeah. The worst I've ever done to my back is, well, not my ribs. I separated the cartilage in my ribs, and that was a month and a half of pain. That's more people than our whole province. Oh, shit. Vegas sits in a fishbowl. What's bad about this, guys, is we haven't even got any hints of EVPs. I think the only thing Vegas was good for is work. Yes and no. There's jobs everywhere, but the pay isn't that great. Looks like the last VOD was not safe for some reason, but I see the user streamer have put in the timestamp for ghost noise in the comment. Okay. Um, I'm fortunate. I've been with this company for, if it wasn't for COVID, be going on, well, over 6 years. Uh, you worked armed security for Circus Circus and MGM. They don't pay armed guards a lot out here anymore. Even working for like Garda, not Garda, Brinks, doing like armored trucks, they only start them at like 16 an hour. It's like you're gonna pay an armed guard $16 an hour to guard a few $1,000,000. You can afford a few more dollars an hour. They won't do it. Wow. That sounds like a rock being thrown. Okay. We'll have to go back and look at that one in Adobe. All right, thank you, TM. 29 an hour armed guard at, okay. MGM Properties, yeah, they do take care of their employees a little more than the other casinos. Might have to see all the video. It sounded like a rock, which we, as I've talked about before, it's in Finnish. Oh, okay. I don't. If the motorcycle doesn't talk in Finnish, I'm fine. Uh, Plaster fall. It could be, but we do know we've talked about this several times. Several investigators have had rocks thrown at them in the prison while investigating, and there's no rocks inside the prison. So that's a possibility. Plaster falling in this old area. Okay, I can buy it. We'll have to see. Whoa, hold on. Look at the back left corner of the room. I, that's what I'm trying to figure out there, Ducky. Go back 40 seconds. It looks like it. Yeah, Ducky, that's where my issue is. And this is up on the second floor, so nobody could be walking by the window. I can't go brighter, it's going to distort it. Maybe a bird. TM, I think you could be right. Because it happened just like that. Back to normal? Yes, I can. That's normal. If you can see that, you got supervision. There's normal. No, I think TM was right. I think it was a bird. As much as I can get without overly distorting it. Visualize some darkness with your shadows, a little side of inky black. I think that was a bird. I think that was honestly a bird going by. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. Did it block all light? Uh, if you take off the filters, yes. It just. I think this is as close as we're going to get. I don't remember if I came up and actually put a light in there. This is night 3. I think I did on night 2. Or excuse me, night 1. So once the light goes out, I don't think there's even any need to analyze any more video. And remember, I also have the pillar in the center. There's 3 pillars, the one in the center. I put a digital recorder just on the other side of it. Unfortunately, it looks like it's just sounds of traffic. that just went real dark real fast. You could tell the sun setting pretty quick because that it just went down like 2 shades. It's like, no, nothing passed in front of the camera. I want to try to convert a GoPro into full spectrum, but I don't want to break my GoPro. If if you take the lens cap off the GoPro, under it has the IR filter, little square piece of glass. If you can get that piece of glass off without breaking anything, you got a full spectrum GoPro. Or excuse me, an IR GoPro, not full spectrum, IR infrared, because it's the IR filter. If I could find like a cheap 7, maybe I could try it. But would it be worth it to risk trashing it to convert it? TM GoPro. Convert it over to an IR or non-IR. There's videos out there explaining how to do it. Is it worth it to try it? I don't know. Either that or just I know there I know there's some on like eBay you can buy them already converted. Yeah, but just to remove the filter. But like I said, if you do it wrong, I got a Hero 4. Should see if I could do it. I don't know how far back you can go on the GoPros where you can actually twist the lens off without breaking it. I think I'm going to look on eBay and see if there's a converted one. My Pentax KS2. It's has the IR filters removed, and that camera cost me $800, but they do it in a clean room. Yeah, that's been converted. I think it's on Spencer's Cameras or something like that. If you guys are really interested in full spectrum photography or IR photography, they do it the legit way. Why'd you do this again? That's twice I've done that this show, guys. When you have the lens just pops off. I know I want to buy another GoPro before the investigation, but we're at August. I only got a month and a half to spend that kind of money, and do I really want to do it? Do the full uh, media package? But like I said, I wanted to get more video for this year. It's either take the Pentax, or which is bulky, or just get another GoPro. What do you guys think? Just go with the full spectrum, take the Pentax, and set the GoPro 10 random place, and carry the Pentax with me. Another GoPro might not be a bad idea. I know with the GoPro 10, the 10, 11, and now 12, they make a fisheye lens for the GoPros. You twist the old one off, screw the new one on, and you get that more of a, well, walleye vision. Gives you another like 30-degree range of view. I think my main issue has been lighting. I I don't think I'm going to do culinary this year. I'm not going to do the Mattress Factory. Basically same room. Uh, building 7, 8, building 7, 8, and 10 no goes. But the lighting sucks. All GoPros suck in low light. Even going into the settings, there's so many tutorial videos about filming in low light. Still not the greatest. You almost got to go into a video editor and naturally bring it up, which I don't want to pay for Premiere Pro to edit the videos. That's a little bit extra money right now. Ooh, the plane, the plane.
The plane, the plane.
I mean, at this point, we're pretty much just fishing for EVPs. So we're at 2816. Bear with me a second, guys. We're going to switch on over to Adobe. The light's just too low to really get anything efficient. So we're going to drop this into Adobe and analyze some of the audio. If it'll load. There we go. I was actually anticipating. What did I just do again? There we go. I got the wide-eye lens on the Hero 12, so when I do fishing videos, it doesn't look like everything is way too far. It's okay and lower, but still crap. Yeah, that's my... always been my issue with GoPros. The lighting sucks. There's no way around it. Okay, we're almost there. We got a 21:49 for that rock drop. Then go up to 29 minutes. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, 28. There's a couple, I don't want to say knockoff versions of GoPros. They're supposedly better action cameras. I forget the names of them. I looked into them and it was like, you know what? The low light on them sucks, but they're apparently better action cameras. Oh, excuse me. Wrong fucking... Okay. The DJI Osmo. And Insta360. The DJI and Insta360 are the two alternatives. I just had to look it up real quick. But again, low light, no bueno. Not a fan of the 360. I've heard the same thing. So we can see where... Just me on the GoPro with the recorder. Nothing to get excited about, guys. Okay, I did put a light up. Didn't do too much. What we're gonna do, how's it doing battery? I don't know. I haven't looked. So we're-
I said bird. So some of them don't preset. And then I said bird. It automatically preset to bird. I didn't touch it. That's weird.
so the light didn't do anything. If you remember when we investigated this on night 1, we didn't get anything. I don't even think we got one EVP. So again, this year we won't have to worry about it. When am I going back? September 12th, 13th, and 14th. And that sounds like a metal rolling door. Actually, that's a semi going by. Yeah. It's a break. God, where's the fucking button at? So we can see it's pretty much what's up, Nick? How you doing, bud? How many of the EVP recorders do I have? Well, about that many. Don't count the ones down here on the bottom. The small white and silver ones, those are retired. I retired those 2 years ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 digital recorders, plus all the ones that Dead's brought. He brought 3 or 4. So there's 17. So 18, 19, 20, counting the GoPros. So we figure 20. That's a lot. I do want to add another one of the H3VRs just because I love their audio. The crispness is pretty damn good. If you have spots you're going to put them up, you have extra. I can. What's that? What's that, Ducky? I've kind of eliminated a lot of the spots that I'm putting stuff in because 4 years in a row we got no evidence. Building 12D block, last cell. Building 12D block, that's Neil Pitney's cell. Of course we do it there. That's a given. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about that one, Ducky. That is 100% Neil Pitney cell and 100% always equipment in that area. Right beside the card. Yeah, we did. Right beside the card. That's where, yeah, that's where a lot of the evidence happens. Okay. Let's get on to part 4 and 5. That spot made me a believer in this stuff. If you witness what I witnessed the second year I was there, when we had one of the investigators actually go into almost a seizure, like he was overdosing on heroin, and you're in there and he's just on the deck he's on the steel bed, doing this, and he really can't control himself. You believe in the spirits. I think that the spirit of Neil Pitney overtook him and showed him what he felt when he overdosed on heroin. It is freaking wild in that cell. So you ain't got to worry about that. That is given. The only time I'm trolling a prisoner, accurate. I don't troll the prisoners. I've trolled him more than that, but yeah, TM, you're right. I felt like shit and heard a voice get out and you ran like a little bitch. Only one time I ran like a bitch, and that was in building, was it 11? When I got chased out by a shadow. Most of you guys, I think some of you guys were here for that one. Buried your ferret, which oh, I'm sorry to hear that there, Nick. That's not easy. You have a shadow, but I don't have good enough editing software to bring that out. I wish I did. It's still a possibility it could have been a reflection off the mirror in there when my light went past it, and it just kind of glared off the steel mirror they have mounted on the wall. There is still a possibility of that. There's a very big possibility about that. We're going to see what we could do this year. Try to recreate it. I said, if any way I can debunk it, even 2 or 3 years later, I'm okay with that. A possibility that I ran from my own shadow. Yeah. It happens. You're in areas where you get weird reflections. You can easily mistake it for paranormal. It is very possible that it was my own reflection or shadow, and I caught it just at the right angle. Yeah. I might have to do that and just grab deads and do it. Nick, you get in these areas, you could get scared by your own shadow. You can. It's tight, it's cramped, it's sometimes warm. You're getting turned around very easily. You're focused on not bumping anything in the dark, so you can get thrown off by your own self. It happens to every investigator. Environment with light bouncing and stuff, yeah. That prison in the dark is just creepy as hell with nothing going on. That prison during the day is creepy as shit with nothing going on. One of the docents, Chris, one of the docents and I, we all heard voices coming out at 12, don't go, and we got it on recording, and we all got slapped in the head down by the gate going into the original isolation cell. It happens. It really does. The orb in the shower. Yes. Twice. Two different times. Okay, we're pretty... Okay, somebody coming in. No. Well, Nick, remember, there's multiple murders in that shower. The original shower area. There's multiple murders that happened in there. People were stabbed, hung, beaten to death. The orb of the shower, building 6. No, the original showers are basically they're. I'll find it later. I can't do it right now. Nobody coming in. Yeah, no footsteps. And it sounds like a brick dragging. That's concrete dragging. No, there's not. How is this a car? That's a door opening. Okay, the last part's a car. Okay. I can hear that. I'll agree with TM on that. Okay, last part's a car. Yes. Yeah. I can't debunk this because there's nothing afterwards. I don't have video facing the door. But if it was somebody, you'd see a reflection from a flashlight. We got something up here. We have nothing for 6 minutes after. That I'm not going to count. We've gotten several of those. But 6 minutes. Now the question is, do we count this? There's nothing on either side for minutes. Yay or nay? Two say yes. Nobody's in there. Three say yes. Four, okay. So what I'm gonna do, just so we could say we picked this out, I'm gonna go a minute to 2 minutes on either side. That way somebody can't say, oh, you just plucked this out of nowhere. They could see dead silence on either side. I think that's a safe way to save this as evidence, is so people could see there's no footsteps coming in or out. There's nothing on either side. So let's get this saved. Long enough title on that one. Holy crap. And there's one for the captain.
Fucking sneaky bastard.
Are you going to register or not?
You fucking sneaky
There we go.
bastard.
Yeah, it's not totally random. And it's from inside because of the echo. For sure. And there's a bug. A little bug going by the microphone. We got a bug. The bug slammed the door. And the bug slammed it. The bug did it. Come on, Baggins. It was a solid orb. Wah, wah, wah. Excuse me. Cars. So we're going to finish this GoPro up here in just a minute. Then we're going to go ahead and start into the next recorder. We're not going to do another GoPro for 2 or 3 recorders. Okay, that's a team. I can hear her talking. And I can tell that distant voice right now. That's me. Debunked. Speaking of Zach Bagans, I've got my Zach Bagans t-shirt on. No, I don't support him. I support the museum. The museum is more haunted than his TV shows. We've discussed this. The museum is extraordinarily haunted. I'm the fan club president. Ooh, how'd you know? Who let that out? Don't you know I'm going to spike my hair just like him too? One of these days, I'm going to put on a Zach Bagans costume just for you guys. I'm going to spike up my hair. I'm going to put on the glasses. Yeah, crotch rocket, exactly. I will unfollow. You really think I do that in this channel? Meet ZB. April Fool's Day. Ooh. Meet ZB on Twitch as a title. I'd probably get 10,000 views if I did that. So obviously fake videos and about how demonic they are and how you crap your pants is... What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, just me taking a picture. I'm not going to say I don't have a parody account for his name, but I do. Somewhere. I just got to find the password for it.
5 hours and 19 minutes for AAPP session.
I actually have two parody accounts. One is a GA parody, and the other is a ZB parody. I did it as a joke. I haven't been on those things in probably 3 years.
I just need. This is horrible.
I probably could. I just got to remember what email address I had him at. All right. That's I have like old paranormal emails that I don't use anymore. So it would be have to find a way to reset the emails as well. It's not worth it. So we finished. We have, well, my 3 GoPros left that I carried. We have Dead's GoPro that he carried night 1, night 2 culinary dish return, and the GoPro he carried, as well as day 3 part 2. Thank you for that. David, thank you. Not paying attention, that's loud as shit. And day 3, both of Dead's GoPros still. You know that I think about the slam we heard. Remember, you weren't here for it, Ducky. We had on night 1, we had what sounded like a sliding door, as well as an old school locking. That might be related to that EVP. Sounds like a 70s show. My 3 GoPros, right? Yeah. I've changed my fucking Twitch once. My old Twitch name was Floating Outhouse because I used to do like Battle Pirates and World of Warships, and then I went into PUBG, then I went into the paranormal. When I went into the paranormal, actually I've changed it twice. I did have Sin City Paranormal. When I left the team, I changed it over to Incarnate Paranormal. Just checking if it gets you outside of an analysis running success. I don't know. Now we got to decide which one to do next. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 recorders left. Let's go with this. This is unnamed recorder. Night 1. All right. Don't make me choose. Pick lucky number 3. Okay, this might be a fucking dead recorder, and it looks like it. We might be able to get through this pretty quick, because I don't know where it's at. Shit. I chose the deadest recorder possible. Alright. Alright, this is Brent with Incarnate Paranormal, Nevada State Prison, Visit 4, Night 1. This is unnamed recorder being left in the infirmary, pill room.
Don't mess with that doll. That doll is creepy.
Am I missing a recorder? I thought I had more than that.
Did you give it a couple back?
You know what's bad when you have so much?
Oh no, here they are.
You lose track of it. Eight more. Okay. Did I lose track of one? No. Oh, 8 more recorders. I have too much equipment. It's further down. Then we had the barber chair down on the first floor of the other building. Alright.
Okay. We're just not going back down that way, so we're gonna head over to the.
It's culinary.
Oh, we're gonna go. Okay. Got it.
Okay, we're good.
The Zoom's one tap.
What's that?
Zoom's one tap. Gas one two.
Yeah. And these two rooms were like a patient doctor meeting room. Doctor being on one side, patient on the other, separated through a little oval. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen the recorder. We're in for some silence. Yeah. I think I'm going to let my viewers choose the next recorder. I did not do good on this one. After this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, officially. Actually, I think we did do that. This one, hold on, might be 7. Oh shit, come on, don't do that. I think we did this. Yes, we did. So we have the recorder Dead's carried all night, the recorder I carried all night. Milkweed, Sims, Tascam, and we have 6 more after this. Plus the GoPros. So you could, this one is really flatlined. Shit. And that's got to be an ambulance. And a GoPro. Yep, GoPro warning. That's where my GoPro shut off. Remember, we only got like an hour and 40 minutes of video. That's because that's where the GoPro shut down. We couldn't figure out why. Low battery alert, Tristan. That's exactly what it was. Uh, the GoPro had a fully charged battery and the fully charged Volta, which is the extended battery pack on the tripod. Supposed to last 5 to 7, maybe 8 hours. It died after an hour and 40 minutes fully charged. Couldn't explain it because we went to turn it back on. It was 100% dead. Ghost drained the battery. That's part of the theory. That's definitely part of the theory. Can ghost drain batteries? Yeah. I've numerous times been in Tristan. That's night 1. I used it on all 3 nights. That's the only time it went dead. It still might be could be a bad battery. A bad battery and it just sucked the Volta dry. That's entirely possible too. But you use it 2 other nights, nothing happens. I don't know. GoPros are funky. They're quirky. Anything is possible with a GoPro. We've learned that on this show. So, your guess is as good as mine. It appears we are nada on part 1. We've seen funkier stuff. Going back to while this is loading, might need to get those cameras people use on helmets, but those are more expensive than GoPro. Yeah, they are. I've had gear, recorders, and other cameras where I've turned them on to record. I'll say, hey, my name is Brent, Incarnate Paranormal. Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us tonight? And I've watched the battery meter bar just go bloop, 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 dead. It's like going, what? These are brand new batteries. This took 6 hours to charge this camera, and it went dead in 15 seconds. Does that lead to possibility that's paranormal? Yes. But it also leads to the possibility it is a faulty piece of gear. So I don't know. Ghost is like, no cameras, please. Right? I didn't give you permission to film me. The ghost is a Karen. The ghost is playing Karen. Don't film me. You don't have my permission. You're violating my rights. You're like, please don't. It's a ghost Karen. Oh, I should get a t-shirt printed up like that. Oh, that would be a great t-shirt. I am a ghost hunter. Don't be a Karen. Or don't be a ghost Karen. Ghost wants to speak to your manager. Right? And there's another GoPro beep. Ghosts do not have any boundaries with law. These after-living conditions are deplorable. And that brings up a very, very interesting question. And I've discussed this a couple of times. When you die, you come back as you come back as a ghost, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Do you see things as they were when you were alive. Other prisoners in the cells, their bunks, their TVs, their radios, their clothes, their shoes, their towels, their soap, their amenities, whatever. Do you, as a ghost, do you see things as they were when they were alive? Or do they see them as they are now in these decaying conditions? How? How? You know what? You know, it's. I've asked it before too, TM, and I never got a response. How do you see this building right now? Is this building empty to you? You know, it's. Are they stuck in a time paradox to where they're seeing us impeding into their time frame that they're seeing? Who are these strangers in the prison? They're not prisoners. Guests aren't allowed in here. Who are they? I mean, it's a very interesting question, and it's one for the ages. Is there some kind of spiritual law that they can't tell you what they're seeing? Unless it's you. Do you see me now? Which I've gotten yes on that one. Do you see me here now? Yes. But in what time frame? It's a valid question. You know, it's questions you have to ask. There's no definitive proof that there's ghosts, that there's spirits. We all who are interested in this field and have been doing it for a long time, we know, yes, this isn't all there is. But it can't be definitively proven on a scientific level because it could be subconscious projection of the human mind. Could be RSPK, could be mental projection, mental telepathy. It could be a lot of things that the human mind is capable of. So you can say all you want that ghosts are real, and they're probably saying, the spirits are probably there going, yes, we're real. But to what degree? I don't know. It was with furniture as they see it, and they said yes with the EMF meter, even though the house was empty. Okay. I walked into a room at the Goldfield Hotel. This is 3-4 years ago. And I don't know what it was. I walked in and saw the room as it was back in the early 1900s. I didn't see an empty room. Like, hold on. Let me bring this up so you guys get a better understanding of how I'm trying to explain this. I didn't see the room like this. This is the room as it sits now in the one of the rooms in the Goldfield Hotel. I did not see the room as this. I walked in and I saw it fully furnished. The bed, the lamp, the end table, a chair. I walked in and saw it as it was when the hotel was open in the early days. So is that a spirit showing me what they're physically seeing as a spirit? And I've never, like I said, I haven't been alive long enough to see the Goldfield Hotel when it was running, because the last time it was open with guests was back in like 1948, or early 50s, I forget which. I think it was the late 40s. Nobody I've ever met was in the hotel when it was fully furnished. I think the spirits were showing me, using me as a conduit to show me what was in those rooms. It was because it's like, as I'll use the Mummy as a movie reference. She goes into the pyramid and she sees things as they were 3,000 years ago. Shakes her head and it's gone, or shakes the torch and it's gone. It's kind of like me for the Goldfield Hotel. Am I going to go back to the prison and have them show me the prison as it was back then? I hope so. I really hope so. God, we are flatlined. So, yeah, is it possible the spirits are doing that so we better understand their surroundings? Yeah, it's entirely possible and entirely plausible, too. I mean, take it as you will, believer, non believer. You have an experience like that. Is it, or are you reliving a past life experience? You could have died in the flood or the fire in Goldfield in the early 1900s, 1920s, 1918 to 1925, I think it was, with all the floods and fires. Could you have been one of the victims? But that's your memory of the hotel. You know, I can't remember what movie that was off of Ghostbusters. Past life intruding on present life. Past life experiences impeding on present times. Yeah. That. You've got to use Ghostbusters as a reference because Dan Aykroyd is a third generation ghost hunter. He's a third generation paranormal investigator. Not a lot of people know that one. Hey, operative, how you doing, bud? Yeah, it's the rare Saturday show. Doesn't happen very often. We had just finished analyzing one of the GoPros. We're back onto another slow recorder. And Ecto, since you're such a big Ghostbusters fan, were you aware of that? All right. She's flatlined all the way across again. All right. Well, got some good luck, Pat. Been on a gem market picking up some of those things. Cool. I've been trying to decide whether or not to get another GoPro. I can either get 3 more GoPros or a new laptop, so I could travel with. I think the laptop would be better, because God knows how long I'm going to be in the paranormal. Not saying I'm going to quit the field, but laptop would last longer. Jesus. Think I might be staying out of the infirmary again this year. This is just terrible. But then again, guys, we have had a lot of dead recorders this year. We're still sitting at 125 EVPs. We are so far behind. But slow year, that's fine. More value out of a laptop if any of those GoPros. I could still get one more GoPro and still get a laptop, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to wait till Prime Day, which is just, week and a half away. See what kind of deal I could pull on Prime Day. Maybe save 40 or 50 more bucks on a GoPro package. Then I won't have to worry about it. And see what kind of deal I get on a laptop. I can hold off until Black Friday on the laptop. Which not entirely a bad deal. Nice telepathy, yeah, but Black Friday, I'm going to NSP in September. That's 2 months past. Wouldn't do me much good. Hold on. Let me, oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that, guys. Sorry. I'm either going with the HP Omen 16 or the Asus TUF A16. So it's the Omen or the Asus TUF. The Omen, for the research I've done, is going to be better for Adobe. The TUF's not too far behind it. They have a Windows laptop, not Windows, I forget which one it is. I have a bookmark somewhere else. It's got 40 gigs of RAM. It's not made for gaming. It's made solely for processing. I could go with that. I'll never get an Apple product, ever. I think the MacBook is the one with 40 gigs of RAM. But again, you'll never get me into an Apple product. Just no, 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 and no. And did I forget no? And it looks like nothing. Camera on my phone, nice hidden feature. The LiDAR. I don't do enough with that. With any kind of editing like that. The only thing I might need is video editing, which I can get on Adobe, and I don't need over 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, but they also want to see what we're looking at in case something jumps out at us.
Yeah, I get that. Boom, right here.
Are 2 bars, 5 hours, 31 minutes.
Oh, wow, so it didn't.
So 5 hours, 31 minutes. Fucking no evidence. Jesus. All right. On to night 2. And this, depending on where we get, this might be it for the show for today. We're hitting 2 hours. Kind of wanted to be there. I wanted to get the video done. I didn't think we were going to knock out a recorder with absolutely no evidence. home server for AI models, and a beefy PC to game, but the free CAD design software on a MacBook is pretty solid. Then you just going balls out. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see where this is at. Might be a little loud. All right, this is Brent with Incarnate Paranormal, Nevada State Prison, visit 492. This is unnamed recorder being left in execution viewing on the table. All right, X view. Almost guaranteed to get evidence.
I got it. Okay, explicit 3, unnamed, Vexus, Sims, MDS, explicit 1, Whiting, Dez, explicit 2, Milkweed, MDS, H3VR. I got the Tascam and the H4N.
Yeah, execution viewing. Most of our evidence over the past, fourth year, previous 3 years, most of the evidence came from execution viewing, or the roaming recorders, or execution viewing. This should be the, knock on wood, this should be the bread and butter right here.
Okay. 2 more.
But then again, I think we did night 1 and we only got 2 or 3. So it's going to be hit or miss. I have the gain turned up way too high on this recorder. Me in the background. Sounds like a little kid saying hi. It's not, but it sounds like it. It's not. It's a door squeaking. It's a door squeaking. Sounded like it, but it's building sounds. It's a squeaky door. But just so for those who haven't been here for a while, there is the spirit of a child that roams throughout the execution area and a couple other older areas of the prison. That is near where the grounds of the Warm Springs Hotel was. That eventually became the first part of Nevada State Prison, where Warm Springs Hotel burned, and there are records where a child did die in the fire, but because the records are so old, they don't have a name. So if we think we hear a child, it is very possible because it is on the grounds of a hotel where a child did die. Was there a hotel in the middle of nowhere? This is Carson City, back when Nevada was still a territory. I'll see if I could find the picture of the hotel while we're listening. If I remember, part of the hotel was used to build part of the original part of the prison, which is long gone by now. I think there's still a couple old areas that remain. I'm not 100% sure which ones. No. None of the builders stayed at the hotel. I don't have the full history on it. That would be a question for the docents, but I am not 100% on that. I'd say no. I know it's on here somewhere. I just gotta find it. It's not going to stop it. That's the original Warm Springs Hotel. The warden's desk in his office was the countertop in the lobby of... I don't know that one. That'd be something that I don't know. The prison's been remodeled a couple of times. The original wardens, I don't know. I know there was an office in one of the caves that was one of the warden's office. I don't know if that's still there. Steve does the day tours, not anything to do with the paranormal, but if he's there, I'll ask him. Like the original cave where the warden's office, original warden was, or one of the original wardens, entirely possible. So yeah, we are into some quiet time. But I think, guys, this is actually a good place to call it. We've been going over 2 hours. Wanted to get the show in today, and get through the video. We got through a whole lot more. We got through one section of unnamed recorder, no evidence. Fortunately, we did get one piece of evidence on the GoPro. Beyond that, guys, we're still fishing. We're still fishing, but we'll get there, hopefully. Guys, have a great rest of your weekend. I don't know if there'll be a show tomorrow. Maybe. I'm gonna determine on how tonight goes if there's a show tomorrow. If I don't see you guys, have a great rest of the weekend, and enjoy it. Thanks again, guys. As always, it's been fun. As long as it's better evidence we get, I feel the same way. Have a great day, guys. God bless, and see y'all later. Thanks again.